You own a rental property. Do you really need a property manager or can you handle it yourself? Stay tuned and I'll take you through a quick evaluation so you can answer this very important question. Hi, I'm Brian Bean with Dream Big Property Management here in Riverside, California. Today, we're talking about one of the most important decisions every rental property investor faces. Should you manage it yourself or should you hire a professional property manager? And yes, I run a property management company, but no, I'm not here to answer this question for you. This is not a sales pitch. We are rental home advocates, and we're here to raise up the property management industry, which frankly has a bit of a black eye. One of our core values is have the heart of a teacher. We do that by informing and educating so that you can then make good decisions in your situation. If we can help you be better, if we can help you avoid problems, be more profitable, well, then I've achieved my goal. So let's dig into this quandary together. Should you hire a property manager? On the surface, self-managing a rental property looks pretty straightforward. You own a home, you find a renter, they pay rent, you deposit a monthly check. Pretty simple, right? Well, the problem is it's never really that simple. The drama lurks below the surface. California has some of the most complex landlord-tenant laws in the country, and they change constantly from day to day, even from city to city. Rent caps, just cause eviction rules, security deposit limits, habitability standards, fair housing compliance, notice requirements, even photo documentation rules. And then beyond the legal landscape, there's the operational reality. Screening applicants, showing the property, legally compliant leases, after hours maintenance, late rent, managing move-outs. Mess up any of these and you face higher costs, more drama, possibly even fines or legal trouble. This is not passive income, not if you're doing it this way. Now, here's why this really matters. Like everything in life, every mistake in property management has a price tag. A bad tenant that slipped through a weak screening process can cost you months of lost rent. A late or improperly handled security deposit can result in penalties, and a maintenance issue ignored too long becomes a habitability issue. Now you have a legal problem on top of a repair bill. The challenge is making sure that your costs are acceptable and that it keeps you profitable, that you're making good business decisions, because that's what you're doing. You're running a business, even if you fell into it accidentally. You might have called that house your home, raised your children there, made memories, but now that home is an operating business concern. There's no room for emotion. Every decision is a business decision. And so, with that in mind, let's get into it. Answer the following questions as honestly as possible to help you decide if you are suited to manage your own property or if you should hand it off to an expert. By the way, there is no right or wrong answer here. There is only what is right for you. So, question 1. Do you have the time? Not just today, but consistently. Property management demands are unpredictable. They do not care about your schedule. Are you also working a full-time job? Do you have after hours and weekend availability? Because that's when people call with their problems after they get home from work. Can you respond quickly? 2, is the property nearby? Distance magnifies every problem. A maintenance emergency 45 minutes away is a different animal than one that's around the corner. But more importantly, the farther away a property, the easier it is to be disconnected. 3, how well do you know California landlord-tenant law? And are you committed to keeping up with it? Laws change every year, especially in California. AB this, SB that. At any given time, there might be a dozen property management related bills in the works in Sacramento, in DC, even in your city. You are responsible for abiding by all new laws, so you must stay current. 4, do you have a landlord-tenant law attorney? Just a matter of time before you need help on a legal matter, to serve notices, maybe even to handle an eviction. You should start with legally compliant leases and paperwork. Online templates and ChatGPT contracts, not advised. 5, do you have reliable, affordable licensed contractors and vendors for maintenance? The vendor network is often the hardest part to build. Without it, maintenance and repair stall, and that increases vacancy and legal exposure. Can you realistically commit to responding to maintenance requests within 24 hours? 6, can you screen applicants objectively and in full compliance with fair housing laws? Emotion and bias can creep in where fair housing laws require written criteria to be consistently applied, all while navigating through incomplete applications and an increase in fake or AI-generated documents. 7, do you have the systems in place to run this like a business? Rent collection, maintenance tracking, marketing and advertising, lease management, these all require infrastructure, not improvisation. Do you have a process for documenting everything from move-ins to move-outs, to maintenance to communications in a way that's trackable and would hold up in court? 8, are you committed to running your own business, or is this just an effort to save money? Saving money is not a business strategy. If the answer isn't, I love running this business, the math rarely works out the way people expect. One wrong move or bad decision can wipe out years of the cost of property management. 9, do you have the right personality and tolerance for this role? Managing a property is nonstop conflict resolution and problem solving. If you tend to shy away from drama, problems persist. If you're always spoiling for a fight, problems just get bigger. Neither of these extremes is productive. And lastly, number 10, is your family or partner on board with what self-management actually demands of your time and attention? Yeah, save the most important question for last. Rental property investors with the knowledge, skills, times, and tolerance can capably self-manage their own properties. Others can learn to do it over time in the trenches. But all investors who thrive long-term, who build real wealth through rental property, they had to tackle this question sooner or later. How did you fare? We want to know, is self-management right for you? Comment below, let us know what you learned here or what you picked up already by managing on your own. What works for you and what would you do differently? Most importantly, I hope that you can use this exercise to think long-term. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? How many rental properties do you want to have? Do you see yourself self-managing at a larger scale? Drop your prediction in the comments. If you have questions about self-management versus professional property management or anything related to the right and profitable way to run your rental property business, call me directly, 951-314-5402. I'm happy to share. You can also find valuable information on our website, dreambigpm.com. And if you found this useful, we have more. Check it out. Punch that subscribe button and leave us a review. It helps others find us, and we'll alert you when new episodes are posted. Don't be accidental about your future, be intentional to your success.